All right, now that you're back for part two, we need to take a look at this problem that's in front of us and consider what's going on. When I have a 20% discount, does that mean that I add 20% to my price, or do I take 20% away from my price? Most of us are aware that when we do purchase things on sale, we're saving money, so we lose. We don't have to pay extra. We save some money. So when I am thinking about this problem, I need to determine how to do the math in the most efficient way. One of the ways that I can think about this is I can change each of my percents into a decimal, and we learned how to do that, and we've practiced that throughout the year with portion webs. All of us in compacted math should know that when I convert 20% to a decimal, it becomes either 2/10 or 20/100. 15% becomes 15/100. And the mathematic way to do that is by dividing the percent by 100, because percent is out of 100. And when I move on down to this one, it becomes 5/100. The next one becomes 25/100. And the last one that we're going to look at that's a percent is 12% becomes 12/100. We're going to leave the 1/3 because that's kind of an unusual case, kind of an exception to the sale price that we have going here. As I'm looking at this, there's a couple of different ways that I can attack this. I can think about trying to find the 20% amount that I'm going to save, and I can subtract it from my original price. Or I could think about it in a slightly different way, and I can think about, if I'm saving 20%, what am I actually going to pay of the original price? And for that first one, if I am not paying 20%, that means I'm only going to have to pay 80%. So the way that I like to write these problems is I take my cost of my original cost, and I multiply that, because we're trying to find the percent of that we're paying. I multiply that times 8/10. And then I'm going to do something similar to all of the rest of these. I'm going to take my original price of my item, and I'm going to multiply it by the percent that I get when I subtract the discount from 100. So this next one will be 85% or 85/100. The next one will be $30 multiplied by 95/100. And I'm going to let you turn off the video right now, and let's go ahead and finish writing those expressions down, the equations down, and go ahead and take your calculator out and solve them. So we have the sale prices. When you are done with that, I'd like you to answer the questions that are below. Can Shirley buy everything? And make sure you write that question answer down in a complete thought. And if she cannot buy everything, what should she buy if she really wants to spend as much of that $150 as she possibly can? After you finish those things, those problems, go ahead and come back to part 3 of our video for today.